Hi, I'm Meg Taylor, news editor of the Valley Star. This is a review of our 6th edition of the campus newspaper. Our first story today is a piece I co-wrote on the measles outbreak. It originated at UCLA and Cal State LA and has continued to spread. To read more, go to thevalleystarnews.com. Our next guest today is our online editor, Tate Cohen. She wrote a piece on Taylor Swift's new single, Me. So Tate, what can you tell me about the time leading up to the single?
Well, for her last album, she released a calendar for all of her fans to buy on the internet on her website, and it had a lot of random dates marked. And on April 13th, she had a little stamp on it, and everybody was wondering what was going to be happening with all of those dates. So on that day, she released a countdown that was a 13-day countdown, which is her lucky number, and nobody knew what was going to happen, and everybody was just like trying to figure out if it's going to be an album or a song, and it ended up being a single that she released. And so she has other dates marked like May 13th and July 13th that people are hoping are going to be the release of a new single or a new album.
And how did you feel about the song?
I really liked the song, but I really think that her entire album is going to be so much better because I know that for most of her singles she usually does something that's like good to bring people in and make people feel good, or super edgy with Look What You Made Me Do. So I feel like the rest of them are going to be a lot more emotional and a lot more in depth within the lyrics.
Thank you, Tate. Our next guest today is our multimedia editor, Mickey Shaw. She wrote a profile about an undocumented student here on campus. So Mickey, what can you tell me about this student's story?
Well, her name is Maria, and she's asked that we not use her last name because she is undocumented. She's 46 years old, and she's been living in the United States for about 20 years. And she's married and has a kid who is who is a U.S. citizen. And she's studying child development, and she's hoping to transfer to CSUN when she's finished with her studies here.
And how has her experience been at Valley?
She's been really enjoying it. She feels safe here. She was telling me that a concern of hers was being picked up by ICE because she is undocumented, and she's worried about her daughter, what would happen to her daughter. Additionally, her husband is undocumented as well.
And was anything surprising to you during the interview process?
Yes, normally we hear about migrants coming to the United States because of poverty, and there was poverty, but her main idea to come here was she wanted to have an adventure with her sister. She was only planning on being here for 5 years, and then she was going to go home. But she found work and kept going and met her husband, so she stayed.
Thank you, Mickey. That's all for our review of this week's edition of the campus newspaper. Tune into our YouTube channel next week. And also make sure to follow our Twitter page @Valley Star News. I'm Meg Taylor. Thank you for watching.